Hey guys, I just want to make a real quick video for a friend of mine. This isn't a gun I've been working on, this isn't anything like that. Well, let me make sure you guys can see. There we go, that might be good. Anyway, this is a gun I've been working, not working on a while. This is a gun, I've had for a little bit. It's a G&G FN2000. And I've had it for maybe like a week or so. I got it in a trade for my L86 by ICS. And this is just the gun I got. So, and recently I've been wanting to sell it because I just didn't want it, and I want to fund my DSG build. So that's on my priority list. I really love this gun, but I can live without it. I'd rather have my DSG, so I'm choosing my DSG. Anyway, the person who's hopefully wanting to buy this off me wanted to just know some things about it, see how it was in good condition, which makes sense. If you're buying a gun, you want to make sure it's in good condition. So I wouldn't be scared of asking for a video like this. So anyway, just get down to it. The gun itself is in really good condition. There's really nothing at all that I can find on the exteriors that are really flawed or like damaged at all. There's a scrape right there. I don't know if you see that very well, but there's a scrape right there, and there's just stuff that exists on a gun that's been used but taken care of well. It's got some dust in it, so it's probably sat around for a little bit, or it's dirt or dust. So you take a Q-tip in there and clean it off. I might do that, but there's the trades. They're undamaged on both sides, and then there's the charging handle. Charging handle on FN2000s like love to break for some reason. I've worked on 2 of them. Each of them were broken, and my teammates is messed up too. It doesn't want to come back. But yeah, that works just fine. All the way back. I'm not gonna slam it forward. I don't want to break it, but it will slam forward. The only thing on the externals that just doesn't come with it is the flash hider, and it didn't come with it when I got it in the first place. So, oh well. I'll probably include an orange flash hider for just the sake of shipping because it's legal. It's legal that way. So yeah. Anyway, the gun will come with the high capacity magazine, which is not the stock one. This looks like JG or something else, Echo one maybe. There's no manufacturer markings on it, but it does work. It's winding right there. But that's how that works. So the original mag that came with this gun was broken, and I fixed it, but I'm not going to send a broken mag, so that's just stupid. Things you want to know about the gun. How it tears down is very easy. You push this pin out right here. Push it right out, and it slides out. It comes out the other side. It does not come out. It just sits there. See that? All right. So once that's out, you can just slide the upper off. It's that simple. The barrel likes to kind of stick back into the hop unit and air nozzle. So just push up the barrel and lock it forward. And just this slides right off. That's your upper assembly. I'm going to put this off the side for now. That is your upper receiver. Your barrel comes with obviously the hop up. Winding was there. Don't break this because there's no upgrade one for this available. It looks like an M4 one, but it's different right here. So I mean a different one might, an aftermarket M4 barrel might, not barrel, hop up unit might fit, but I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know. Other than that, this thing tears down by taking out the Allen keys, and it splits in half, but there's no reason to do that, so nothing there. Now, the bullets eject out right here on the real gun, but nothing ejects out on this version, obviously, since it's airsoft. But that just opens up, just kind of, I guess, there for, aesthetic purposes. So yeah, that's that. The barrel, I don't know how long it is. It looks about like an M4 length, so I don't have a... Hold on. Yardstick right here. About 17 inches. It's not bad. So that's that, 17 inches, and it's a G&G Proline barrel, so it's a 6.04, I believe. Obviously comes with the G&G green bucking, and those are very nice. I love those to death. Just amazing buckings, really. And then the G&G hop unit's plastic. But it's a nice plastic, and it really doesn't matter because it's a whole one piece, so it's good like that anyway. I'm going to stick that off to the side since we're done with that. And this as well. Now, a lot of guns come with the, not come with, but you see that a lot of guns have the rail system on them, like a lot of the F2000s do that. But that's an aftermarket thing, and this comes out by, you have to remove the upper receiver, and then you just literally pull it down like that, and that comes out. And you could put the rail system right there. So yeah, but I'm not going to leave that put out. It goes in like that. fire selection, and let me get a live real quick, or a battery. In general. This is a 7.4 volt LiPo. It's safe to use in this gun. It's like 20C, so it's just fine. But the fire selection is just like a P90, or just, and you have 2000 similar. All the way, this fire selector all the way to the left turns it off, like safety. It's stiff as anything can be. There's barely any wobble there. Semi pulls it back halfway and initiates a semi-auto function. And then full auto pulls back all the way. You hear that loud clicking? That's full auto. If you pull back halfway, you get semi. All the way, you get auto. That click right there is auto. Anything in front of that is semi. So that's that. And the mag release is right there. Pretty sure you knew that. But put the mag in. Bring your hand up. It comes out. How do you adjust the hop up? Is you just open this up and you just get your hand in there and adjust it. The hop up wheel is very, very stiff, so that's nice. I like it. Comes with rear. The rear iron sight flips up and down, and with the front one, then the battery just fits in here. What you do is you just peel this upward like this, and you just slide it off like that. I know you can rip it off. A lot of people do that, but if you rip it off, then it wears down on the sides right here, and you have to buy a new one because it won't stay on. So, but this one's in decent condition. It'll work as long as you take care of it. And then there's the battery compartment. Plenty of room in there for a 9.6, which is what he wanted to run. So I'm gonna stick a 7.4 in there so you can hear it shoot, just for the sake of it. And I'll switch this over to Tamiya's if you want. There's it shooting on semi. Very, very good cycle completion. I like it. There's it firing in semi on full auto, and then on full auto, see, nice and crisp. It sounds really good. But for some reason, the G&G FN2000s come very well shimmed. It's just every single one I've worked on, they've only been like 0.5 millimeters off from a perfect shim. So this is actually really decent. So take out the battery, and we'll get to the internals. I've actually not opened this gun up, so well, it would be a surprise to me to see how the condition they're in. But I'm going to say that they're going to be very good, so we'll see. Memento. Alright, checking my battery life. This gun tears on very easily, just like a P90. You remove the 2 screws back here, and you just pull the gearbox plate out. I hate these things. There you go. Comes out just like that. And there's the gearbox. We're going to pull it out. How you get it out is pretty simple. You can get in here and stick your hand and just push it a little forward. Back out of the gun. There you go. Don't push it by the air nozzle. That'll break the tap plate if you keep doing that hard enough. Now I can just pull it out. Now this gearbox shell is a modified version 6. It's a hybrid one. The hybrid means that it's different, obviously, and that it takes up a quick adjust spring system. This is a system in which you use an Allen key to adjust your FPS like this. Just stick it in there and make sure it locks, and you can turn it up this way, or you can turn it down this way. What this does is it puts more tension on the spring forward so that it's closer to the front of the gearbox, and when the springs pull back and it's pushed forward, it has more tension than it would be if it was pushed further back. If you get what I'm saying, I'll explain it when we get into the gearbox better. But this does look kind of complicated because it kind of is. It's more complicated than the standard system. But this is a very durable system right here. I don't have any trouble with it. Unless you use like an 11.1 volt on it, you're going to get some major arcing on version 6 designs like this. So, which if you don't do that, you'll be fine. Unless you want to install a MOSFET, and then you'll be just fine for that. Okay, so we're going to get to the gearbox now. I'm going to use an Allen key, so gotta find the right one out of 50. First try. Alright, get to work. I'll try to make this as much as a demonstration guide as possible, so if you did want to take it down, you can do so. Where did I leave this in? I can't remember now. Oh yeah. It's been a while since I worked on one of these. It's one of the first guns I've ever worked on, so. And then I got like 2 of them in a row, so it's kind of cool. Then just take this out. I gotta take out the cutoff lever first. The cutoff lever is really weird and huge, but it doesn't really. It is kind of soft. That is my opinion of it. G&G cutoff levers are like that. It's just they build them out of a weird material. So yeah, but it holds up just fine. Really, I haven't had any trouble. Like out of the F2000s I've worked on, I've never had one that had a semi-auto problem. So. And one of them was a pretty cool setup too, so like a DMR. If I can get this thing out. There we go. That just slides out the back like that. You can take it and unplug it from the motor, and you can set it off to the side. That's what we're gonna do. This thing. So that's the giant screwdriver. Obviously this would take me forever on camera. There we go. Jeez. I was going to go into in depth of explaining how this works, but I don't want to do that just for the second time. I don't want my battery to die, so we're going to move on. If you do want to know how the cutoff lever works, you can send me a Facebook message or you can search for yourself. So, okay, good. I thought that was a fracture in the bearing. That'd been bad. I have more to replace it, but I wouldn't want to. Alright, take out all these screws. Man, butter fingers today. Okay, here's the motor. The motor's a standard ferrite motor. It's just ferrous magnets, and I can't remember the TPA on the G&G motors, but it's pretty high. It's like in the high 20s. Now, on the new models, they do come with a high torque motor, which is basically the same armature with different magnets. With these magnets, neodymium magnets, they're really, really magnetic. And that's just basically what gives this motor, in this case, its speed, really. Well, the armature gives it speed, but the magnets help maintain it with the torque. Basically, if you have really strong magnets and a really, really high TPA motor that is well tuned in the armature-wise, then you can have insane torque. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about that later, I guess. But yeah, that's the motor. The pinion gear on it seems to be in pretty good shape, actually. Not really any wear on it at all, just some grease, which is good. G&G pinions are really tough, actually, so that's what I've experienced. And obviously, they mesh very well with their own gears. Some companies actually don't do that very well, so. But G&G pinions and gears are really good, I think. I like them. What is that? There we go. All right, there we go. I got the final thing off. Now I should get this thing off right here. There we go. All right, now on the gearbox. Now let me get something closer on this. All right, here's the gearbox. I have all the screws out, so I'm going to check where the spring is, and we'll get into it. Okay, it's not far back at all. Probably just pop it. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, now we're in the gearbox. We'll take a look at everything. Steel ball bearing, spring guide, steel. Or is it steel? Huh, I guess it's not steel. But it's ball bearing, spring guide, metal. It has bearings, so that's very good. No need to replace it. You can't replace it because it's completely proprietary. But it's durable, so that's good. Looks like a version 6 tappet plate. Might be a little different. I don't have a spare one on me right now. But that's about what that looks like. It's in good shape too. Nothing wrong with it at all. Get a better camera in here, but nothing wrong with that at all. Pretty flexible. The air nozzle, there's no O-ring, but that's alright. Barely any compression, but it was getting pretty high FPS. The piston has no wear on it whatsoever. None whatsoever. And the second glass tooth is removed. That's good. The cylinder, it's the cylinder. Oh well. The cylinder head seems to get a pretty good fit in there. Not insanely impossible to remove, but it's on there. Alright, I like that. So the piston, piston head, we'll do that real quick. Piston head looks good. There's no damage, obviously. These things don't have any damage ever. Unless it's garter, piece of junk garter. Spring looks about like M110, weak M120 maybe. Really long looking. That's the thing about G&G springs is they're like that. Really nice and durable. Tab plate spring, really stiff, so that's good. Gears are in good shape. No damage to them really. The lower bevel or the upper bevel teeth look like they're showing the slightest bit of wear, but that is okay. Very, very slight wear. Aero latch looks good. There's no damage on it. You know, what's to be expected. Sector gear. No damage. Good grease on it. Shimming might be off between spur and sector. I might check that. G&G spur. No wear. not even on top, so there's no shimming air here. Yeah, there's no wear on it whatsoever. That's good looking. Nice and sharp feeling. Gearbox shell itself, there's no fractures, no cracks, nothing in the front to show that there's compromise of integrity. Bearings look solid. There is no cracks or no massive metal wobble between these races, which is good. G&G bearings are decently good for stock setups, so I really don't trust them past anything. But there's no wobble between the races, like no detrimental wobble, so that's good. It's a black dust here. I don't know if that's like their form of grease or what. Feels like a weird grease. It's dried up or something. 'Cause it's not from the tap plate and it's not from the piston, so. But yeah, everything here looks very good. I like it. Of course, as always, there's critiques to any guns. The older models, like I said, do not come with the neodymium torque motors. They just come with a standard ferrite motor. So it won't pull a heavy spring. It'll probably pull up to an M130 or an M120, a strong M120 on 11.1 volt, but I really wouldn't trust it past that point. Like I said, the gears look like they're in great shape. There's no damage to them at all. And I like G&G gears. They hold up well. I like them. They're well made. People have used them, like Zako's used them, and like M190 DSGs and insane stuff. So they're great. I like them, especially their bevels. I don't know why. I like them. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, there's no damage anywhere. I like it. So yeah, if you have any questions whatsoever, oh, I forgot to check one thing. There is no there's barely anywhere on the trigger contacts. Like this person ran it on like an 8.4 or something. There's just nothing. It's good looking. So yeah, soldering is nice. It's on there. The fuse is bypassed. If you do want me to, I will install another fuse, but I really don't care for fuses, especially in a stock setup at this low stress. It just adds a resistance, and resistance equals slow rate of fire, slower trigger response, less efficiency, stuff like that. But there's the DIN connector. I will replace it to a Tamiya, which is this, if you so wish. But yeah, that's it. Everything looks good, like I said. I don't see any major wear, nothing that signifies that this is going down the tubes. This will definitely last a very good amount of time. Even the bearings are really tough in the gearbox show. Like they glued them down or something, and they're just in there. They're not moving. So that's good. That's great, actually. If you do have any more questions, message me on Facebook. You even have my number to text me. So just tell me what you like. And if you want anything upgraded, I can actually do that if you really want me to. I could R-hop it, flat-hop it, or just do anything you wanted to. Obviously, I would do that. The upgrade service would be at an extra cost. But this looks good. So in its stock form, I like it. Sorry for me rambling on, but I just want to try to get everything cleared up. So everything looks good. Comes with the gun, one high-capacity magazine, which is the brand is undetermined, and that's it. Have any questions? Message me.